welcome to this week's video. Pause, pop the kettle, you know the drill. I'm actually on the coffee today, so to give me some energy to get this shelf up on the wall. So I had an idea, it might not work, but I've done the measurements, the tape is out. I have this unit, you may have seen it in my living room. It's an old Ikea wall shelf and it's like 2 shelves. And I purchased these bottles. So I got these little storage containers. So they have like a bamboo, is that? No, cork lidded top. I want to do a mini wall pantry because I don't have a big, huge, beautiful pantry that you see on the internet and it has its own door. Oh, I don't even have like a utility room. But anyway, small space. So I was thinking of doing the shelf that I have on this wall here because I've checked the depth and because there's like a pipe or something here, I think I have enough space to put it up here. Will it look nice? Will it look how it is in my head? I don't know. I'm going to show you the unit though. I'm going to put my bottles away and I'm going to show it to you because it's in the living room. So this is the wall unit, and my old viewers will know that I used to have a china cabinet in there and I had loads of teacups on display. But I'm actually going to take this shelf down because I made the china cabinet upstairs, my teacup wall 2.0 if you've seen it, and I'm going to take this out and actually use it for its function. It is supposed to be for a kitchen. There's no back to it, so that's the wall, and then I need to figure out how it's screwed into the wall. I was having a little look and I was like, I don't remember. Oh, I think there's 2 screws here and here, so I need to figure out how to get this down. But this is what I was thinking for my mini wall pantry. It measures 80 centimeters and then I think the depth is 13 centimeters. So I think it's gonna work and I'll be able to get the fridge door open. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and take this off the wall. I also still have my Christmas decorations up because I'm filming this a couple of days obviously before it goes up. So I need to possibly take them down as well. Kind of sad to see them go. Normally I can be sometimes in a rush to get them down and spring clean for January, but I kind of enjoyed them this year. Anyway, enough procrastination. So I am drilling into a concrete wall, which, the noise of it, it's always messy. If you were doing this, you probably would need to have a little bit of weight because while those glass containers are lightweight once you start adding the food and stuff. You guys know it's going to get heavier. If you're putting it on a drywall, you could use those anchors. I call them like pig's tails. You can get things that go into drywall, that's what it's called. So you can drill into the stud in the drywall if you want to hang something a bit heavier, and then you can get these things. Just look for, what would you call them, like load bearing screws for a drywall, and loads of things will come up. I'll see if I can find some maybe on Amazon and I'll link them. But you get them in the hardware store, and some of them have like a metal thing on the back, so when you stick it into the wall, it's like it opens, like a clamp. So if you are drilling into, that's concrete, yeah, you know when you tappy and it sounds quite hollow, and try and get it into a stud. This Ikea thing, I did my little hack with the tape. And also another thing, thank God for spirit levels, because I put the tape up with the dots, and me looking at it, I'm like, that's not straight, but my spirit level says it's straight. So I'm like, see, I have an awful habit of doing things by eye. What happens if your eyes are a bit wonky on the day? Anyway, I'm gonna drill this in. I just realised that my fridge door can change sides it opens on. I don't know how, and I don't know if I kept the manual. I'm sure I could Google it. So the door does open, but I think it would be more practical for me to do it this way, because there's a handle here and there's a handle on the bottom. I think I just moved this mechanism. So I'm gonna open the door without showing you my messy fridge. So the door opens, you can get in, get out, but she tight. But this is my little utility nook. If you saw the other video where I did a little curtain and a shelf for my washing machine, is hidden in here. So I just wanted to share, if you pick up a shelf like this, or you get like a second-hand style shelf that's similar to this, one thing I had to measure was the base of the jar, because that fits perfect. It actually has a tiny bit of room, but when I was on the Ikea website, they have really cute jars, but they were too big. And if you notice, there's a lip here and a lip there to stop things falling off. So if I got the bigger Ikea ones, they would have like sat on it, and yeah, we don't want glass falling off. So the jars I got, I leave a link to them. I think I got them on Amazon. No, I think I got more. I don't even know if I have enough food to stick them in. So I thought this would be cute. So yeah, I need to fill them up now. And yeah, what if I don't have enough to stick them in? I know I brought back a lot of tea from Istanbul, and it's just sitting in bags, like herbal tea, and I dried flower tea, herbal tea, and they'll probably fill 2 jars each. So yeah, I think it might look cute. searched to see if this item was still available for IKEA, and unfortunately it's not available in Ireland. It may still be in stock elsewhere. It's called a Stenstorp. You know I can't pronounce the IKEA names, but I got mine about 8-9 years ago. There is a similar one on the IKEA website, but always check the secondhand sites first or Facebook Marketplace because you might be able to get a secondhand one. I also typed in some search terms like kitchen wall shelf, kitchen dish rack, anything kitchen and shelf related to see if some wooden pieces would come up secondhand. I feel like you could pick up something secondhand like an old pine half dresser or a dish rack, and maybe you could remove the spindles, add some wood to it. Have a rummage in any like local car boot sales or thrift shops, secondhand sites and places, and I think you'll be able to find a cheaper alternative. So that is my mini pantry, and you'll have to excuse me for rushing the end of this video because I have to go and collect my niece and nephew. So I can actually get an extra 4 containers on this because you saw I just spaced them out for this video, but if I put them together I'll get an extra 2 and 2. So I think I am going to get another packet of 4 because while it looks pretty, we want it also to be practical as well. And I also just had fun with popping some tea towels and things on it just to style it and make it look cute. Also, anytime I share my weird quirky nook, the joys of bungalows, I get lots of suggestions from people to move the washing machine, maybe have it here and have the fridge here. Unfortunately, there is plumbing, so the washing machine, everything, the waste pipe and all that for the washing machine is in here, hence why it is there. And the fridge, I just like this little nook. I think my neighbour, they have their fridge like out in their kitchen, which I don't really want to do, but they actually have this as a pantry. I think their washing machine might be in their shed. But anyway, definitely is options. But I know my neighbour, I think, has a cloth door, and in here is all shelved for a pantry. But they're like a family of like 7. So, belly of one. This is enough pasta and rice for me and if I have guests. And also I just shared as well, I would love to get my Cricut machine out and do a few bits on this, but I did put a little label sticker on the underneath just to put the best before date on it, and yeah, just so they wouldn't be gone off. But anything that I've put into jars are things that have a long expiration date as well. And then I just have my teas. These smell amazing. I got these in the markets down in Istanbul. Actually, one of them is a love tea. They smell so good. They're like dried flowers. This one is a relaxed tea. I don't know kind of what's in it. It looks like there's lots of chamomile and rose. I have some apple tea, and this is the love tea. Yeah, as you can see, the love tea is looking quite full. I said to the man in the bazaar, like, do I drink the love tea or do I give love tea to a love interest? Like, do I just be going around giving out tea? I don't know, but it tastes delicious. Like I say in all my videos, take the idea and make it your own. You don't have to do exactly what I did, but I just want to give you an idea if you have, like me, a smaller space. And this has also helped me clear up, so pastas and all that, I have a shelf. I have one press in the kitchen where I keep kind of canned foods and your pantry kind of stuff. So that has given me an extra shelf by putting all the pastas and all the bits that I had stuffed in that. So I can put any like overstock or whatever into the cupboard, just in case you were wondering. I better go before my niece and nephew have an absolute conniption because Auntie Catherine is taking you for a sleepover. So cheeky thumbs up if you enjoyed my video. If you are new, check out the recents. If you like what you see, welcome to the community. Hit the sub button, cheeky thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.